Welcome to the day 3 of 30-day coding, and today we are going to solve this problem. And this is one of the easiest problems I have ever done. I don't know why it's tagged as a medium level problem. The problem is reverse words in a string. Basically, we are given a string and we have to reverse the order. Let's say we have a string, the sky is blue, and the output would be something like blue is sky. So we are reversing the string, but while keeping the words straight. And the catch here is, if the original string contains any kind of blank space more than once, we won't keep it in our output. Here, here a good example where multiple blank spaces are in between good and example, but in the example, in the output we can see it's only example blank space good blank space a, in a correct form of writing a sentence. Now this problem can be solved in various ways, but I choose to do it like this way. Let's say we have a list called reverse, and what I'm gonna do is also take an variable called word which contains an empty string. Right, now what I'm gonna do is to traverse through our given input string. Let's say we have sky is blue as a string. What I'm gonna do is now to traverse through the string through a for loop, and whenever I find a blank space, I'm going to stop there and say the previous whole substring is a word, and we are going to add it to our reverse list. Okay, and after by doing so, we are actually splitting all the words in the string and containing them in a list. After containing them in a list, what I'm gonna do is to traverse through the list, but this time we are going to traverse the list in backward and going to add those words in a string with a blank space, and we'll return that string. Now to traverse our given string, I'm going to use a for loop. If si is equal to blank space, what we're going to do, we are going to check if our word contains empty string or not. If word doesn't contains an empty string, we will add the word to our reverse list. And we'll make the word again an empty string. And if we don't find if the character isn't a blank space, what we are going to do, we are going to concat that character into our word string. Now after coming out of the loop, we have to add an additional word. Let's say we have the string the sky is blue and we're traversing it, so we'll find a blank space after D, then we'll find a blank space after sky, then we'll find a blank space after is. We won't find a blank space after blue, so the word blue doesn't get added to our reverse list. We have to add it manually, but we have to also think of other cases where the sentence ends with multiple blank spaces, where the word would be an empty string. So we have to check after coming out of the loop the word is an empty string or not. If it is not an empty string, we'll add it to our reverse list. Now our reverse list is complete. Now what I'm going to do is to traverse the reverse list, but in reverse. -1, -1, and -1. Now I will I will create another string called send, which we are going to return. Now I'll word every word from reverse to our sent string. Now while returning, we have to keep in mind that we are adding a blank space after every word. So the sentence gonna end with an additional blank space, and we don't want that additional blank space. So what I'm gonna do is to send the string without that blank space. So the returning value would be something like this. We'll slice it basically. Now let's run it. Alright, I didn't put a -1 here. All the test case has been passed. Okay, now let's submit it. And the result has been accepted. Thank you for joining today. See you tomorrow then.